California is known for its stunning landscapes and vibrant cities. These 10 locations stand out for their less than friendly atmospheres. You might expect a dose of sunny smiles and friendly faces. Yet, sometimes this welcome behavior changes into something unpleasant very fast due to some reasons. From impolite encounters to outright rude behavior, some cities have garnered a reputation for their less than friendly demeanor. So, in this countdown, we explore the top 10 worst, rudest, and not to move cities in California and what makes them that way. Starting my list with number 10 is Bakersfield. It's sometimes overshadowed by its reputation for being among the more hostile areas of California. As it is well known for its major oil and agricultural sectors, it boasts diligent citizens, yet this sometimes results in a direct and plain approach. It's reputed to be the most polluted city in the U.S. by the American Lung Association's State of the Air report. The high pollution levels in the city and ongoing economic and social issues add to a less than friendly environment. Interactions in here might occasionally seem hasty or harsh, as if the pressures of daily life allow little opportunity for politeness. It just feels like Baco has plateaued and is growing in terms of wide, flat suburbs, while still being stuck in its 80s to 90s conservative mindset, and it has done nothing but harm the city and make it more unlivable. At number 9, we have Fresno. It's a city with a strong agricultural economy, but also plenty of roughness. Although this city has natural beauty, it can be difficult to meet people there since of its social scenario, which could seem distant rather than friendly. The community is hit or miss. Every 2 blocks, the neighborhoods and places in general go from fantastic to bizarre or sketchy and back again. Its rising rates of poverty and financial hardships are causing frustration that occasionally shows itself in public events. Residents seem less hospitable to newcomers since they are more focused on their everyday problems. San Bernardino holds the number 8 spot on my list. It struggles with significant socioeconomic issues. It has faced a number of significant challenges in recent years that have contributed to the city's decline. Basically, the city went bankrupt, so the police services were reduced, and the city fought and lost when it went up against the labor union in an attempt to reduce costs, which lead the city to its known reputation of its high crime rates and economic instability, along with the atmosphere that can sometimes be less than cordial. The city's residents are often dealing with their own hardships, which can lead to more brusque or indifferent behavior. Coming in at number 7 is Vallejo, nestled in the heart of California's wine country. Despite its picturesque location, it struggles with high living expenses and financial problems. Law enforcement does not oversee the rising number of illegal waste dumps in local areas and homeless camps, and also the officers show up far too late or rarely show up when needed. These problems could cause residents to become frustrated. Also, the financial difficulties of the city and the discrepancy between its lovely surroundings and economic reality might lead to an environment where people seem more concerned on their own problems than on welcoming others. Number 6 on our list is Modesto. It's often plagued by issues related to poverty and addiction. It always had a substance problem and a problem with the homeless, and has struggled with high unemployment and a relatively stagnant economy compared to other parts of California. Like many Central Valley towns, it has seen notable suburban sprawl and expansion in recent years, which has caused severe traffic congestion, especially during rush hour. Most of the social circles are friends who went to school together. If you're not accepted, you won't. They're not going to welcome you with open arms. These economic hardships can lead to a rougher edge in its social interactions, making it a challenging place to experience friendly exchanges. Substance addiction and high crime rates create an environment where people might be less likely to smile or strike up a small conversation. Merced, known as the gateway to Yosemite, lands at number 5. While it might be a portal to one of California's most beautiful natural wonders, the city itself suffers serious social and economic problems. Relative to the size of its population, it is generally lacking in amenities, including below-average numbers of restaurants, bars, libraries, and museums per capita. The utility costs are high for residents and businesses alike, especially when the service is provided by Merced Irrigation District. There is also a large homeless population, and it is very conservative out here. With rising crime rates and unemployment levels, it can sometimes have a rough exterior. These economic strains and lack of resources contribute to interactions that feel less warm and more transactional. Compton takes the number 4 spot, known for its cultural history. Despite its rich heritage and musical legacy, this city faces ongoing challenges with high crime rates and economic disparity. The daily challenges of the residents could appear up as a more guarded and less approachable attitude, which would make interactions here seem more tense and less welcoming. For instance, the many potholes that abound on the roadways provide a very rough ride whenever you go, therefore damaging not only your mood, but also your car. Furthermore, many people criticize the permit issuance because of the extra long process. Many times, these problems lead to a social scene where civility might not be given top importance. Stockton is number 3 on our list, a city with a history of financial troubles and high crime rates. The economic difficulties and frequent reports of violent crime contribute to a climate where social interactions can be tense. It also has its substance problems, as well as high homeless rates. Residents dealing with constant security concerns and economic instability may exhibit more reserved behavior. A large influx of population has been caused by Vietnam, Laos, Cambodian refugees, and Mexicans. These immigrant parents speak zero English and live in slummy-packed apartments, and their kids often struggle in school, either because they have trouble learning English and catching up. North of Harding Way is full of old retired people who are selling or deceased, and those homes are being bought up, and there are multiple reports of these houses being converted from nice place to hood. Oakland, with its reputation for high crime rates and economic challenges, holds the number 2 spot. Its atmosphere reflects its ongoing struggles, making it a city where friendliness might be hard to come by. Residents have seen shootings in front of their residence, torched and stolen cars, illegal dumping, domestic violence, which makes them more prevalent and less friendly. If you have to go somewhere in the night, you have to be vigilant the minute you step out the door. Police department is the worst in terms of how poorly it's managed. There is a decent chance that if you were to get into trouble, the cops may either not come entirely or take a long time to get there. Here, you will be at a higher than average risk for property crimes and robbery, particularly if you live in East or West. This constant threat of crime and the stress of dealing with social issues can result in a social climate where pollenness is often in short supply. Topping my list at number 1 is Richmond. It's often cited for its high crime rates and environmental issues. Its reputation for being a challenging place to live extends to its social interactions, where politeness and friendliness might be rare commodities. Anyone following the news here has also been constantly bombarded with negativity when it comes to job security, public acts of violence, the housing crisis, inflation of essential goods and groceries. Self-preservation disguised as self-centeredness. Obviously, these factors shouldn't excuse rude, unapologetic people. People just seem to fixate on a target and walk in that direction, regardless of who or what might cross their path. You can find that them here have been more pressed for time and are always in a rush for things, work mostly. The city's severe socioeconomic problems and environmental hazards contribute to a harsh social climate, making it the rudest city in California. Also, keep in mind that for people that live in areas where violence is more common, being self-protective is a survival mechanism. In the end, we are all people with fears and hopes and dreams.